Well, hey kids, welcome back for another episode of Smith Motorworks. This time we're going to a pretty cool place, Jack Roush collection. Yeah, that Jack Roush, the cat in the hat. Some awesome stuff in a really kind of tucked away place that I had it all to myself when I went there. It was pretty awesome. So let's check it out. From the road, it doesn't look like much. You wouldn't believe it was there. But when you get inside, check it out. There's a solar-powered racer. Got a similar diecast car from GM called the Sunny Racer. Kind of looks a lot like that. Big kind of airfoil shape. Bunch of solar panels on the back of it. Pretty far out. University of Michigan, I believe, is who did that. But definitely widespread of stuff here. Got a WLA Harley there, fully restored. Pretty awesome. Cool to see those. A lot of them chopped up and turned into street bikes, but nice to see one in its proper form, set up right. Yeah, one of many race cars he's got here. Got Mercury Cougar, Whistler radar detector car. Don't know the race record of that, but yeah, radar detector. Who knows what that is? I mean, I guess they're still around, but definitely the era when everybody had something like that. All business cockpit there. It's Ford GT. This is one of my favorites. I was excited to see this. This Indygo. It's kind of it's like two-place Indy car for the street. Pretty far out. I think it's got a V12 in it, maybe. It's I don't know what the Roush involvement with it was, but man, it is cool. I mean, the colors just don't come through on the video. I mean, this is just a really, really rich, deep red. Lots of one-off, kind of based on production, but not. A lot of specialty parts on these cars that went to the shows. Yeah, if you check it out, they get to check it out. It's got show cards with them all. Kind of lets you know what's going on with them. Definitely, this is pretty cool. The Bob Lutz project here with the Cunningham. I don't remember if that was Briggs Cunningham's son or grandson. I think it was grandson, maybe. But Briggs Cunningham, definitely kind of Le Mans hero. Trying to make an American winner for us, and kind of inspired design from some of the cars that he came up with to run over there. But man, just totally far out. Kind of old, I guess, by today's standards, but still looks pretty current. Cool car, just project didn't go through, but this is pretty neat here. This wood buck here, getting a show card for that. Show card for the Cunningham there, but wood buck for shaping the body for a replica Indy car that is further back in the museum, but they got this on display, and it kind of tells about how they made it. It shows you a little bit about what it takes to form one of these bodies from hand. Whether that's how they made the first one or not, don't know. Probably, but you can see all the stations on there where they got the shape right. Another old Ford Motorsport. The triple blue. It was so popular back in the day for their part of their company logo, actually. Kind of as is car here. It's got a warning like don't touch it, from the championship. It's more NASCAR stuff, Fusion. I don't know if that's the whole crew or what that signed it, but kind of frozen in time. A little bit of this stuff, pretty neat. They're definitely packed in here, so you got to kind of wiggle through there. Lady that was running the collection told me, make sure you don't have any snaps or buttons or anything to scratch anything, and of course I didn't, but yeah, you definitely need to think about that, because you kind of got to crawl through it to get to it. But this was awesome, man. I don't know how many miles this thing had on it. Couldn't have had many. I do try to look in here and see what's going on, but I can't see with the glare. But it looks like a brand new car. I mean, it's a time capsule. I mean, that just look at that, velour interior. I mean, that stuff just gets matted down and worn out super fast. But and you can see he's got a wagon under wraps there, restoration project. There's a shop like right next to it. We'll kind of walk around the outside of it, but they got that sectioned off. But this is pretty awesome here. You got a new GT, Ford GT, and then right over here you got a 51 Flathead, 1951 Ford Flathead. I think if you zoom in on that tag or something, I can't remember. It says some customer's name, 51 Vicky replacement engine, So is that a contrast or what? Kind of the V8 that was Ford, and then the kind of tribute car to the pinnacle of the total performance area. Pretty cool 59 ranch wagon here. I'm sorry, Country Squire actually. Top of the level here. Cool wide block sitting in there. Neat car. Definitely an eclectic collection. See, I did kind of wiggle through those two to go back and look at this thing because I thought, what the heck's going on here? This four-door Comet. Another car looks like must have under 10,000 miles on it or something. I mean, it just looks brand new. You can tell it's not been messed with. Oh yeah, check this out. Yep, need that in something right there. Indy Car Roar V8, don't touch. Okay, and I didn't, I promise. But I am the only one in the shop right now, so this is kind of like kid in a candy store there. Full House Flathead tip next to that if you caught it. Trying to wiggle back through here carefully. Some super trucks there. Cool Cobra. Don't know what's going on with that. Roush prepped, I guess. In a 93 Cobra next to it. Pretty cool car. It's got something special about that. Don't remember exactly what's going on there. I don't know what's going on with this. I need to research it, but it looks like a couple jet ski or snowmobile engines or something fused together, but that's not what it is. Gemini. I don't know. Maybe that was a engine project they were working on. Don't know. Bob Bondurant racing school car there, I guess. You kind of see where it came through there. Pretty narrow track. Get past it, but I mean, it's just sensory overload, all this stuff. Yep. I think this is a 9N. I'm not up on my tractor stuff, but definitely these are neat. Have to figure out a way to justify to get me something like this for my property. But yeah, I think those engines are like cut 4 cylinders, but they're like cut down on the car 6-cylinder. Yeah, everybody knows electric cars are nothing new, but yeah, check that out. X-side batteries. Don't know what brand this is. It's got a car in there too. We'll see it, but look at the design of the car. I mean, based on the contemporary Ford behind it. I mean, this is more like a carriage, really. There you go. Rauch and Lang. I don't know. That sounds like somebody make eyeglasses or something like that. But it's beautiful. I mean, just really, really high end. High lacquer finish. I mean, the door handles, all the interior pieces. I mean, just super fancy. I guess you got to know your clientele. I mean, compared to the old T truck behind it, it just looks tough as nails. I mean, it's just completely different product from comparatively the same era. Got a Model A there. Looks like a great race car there. Woody next to it. Another transporter in the middle there. Yeah, okay. Boss 429. Yep, I love these things because they just are the ultimate sleeper. If you didn't really know what you're looking at, maybe, there's a Mustang fastback with a hood scoop, and boy, those wheels look a little bit bigger, maybe, if you got a sharp eye. But other than that, I mean, it is definitely a wolf in sheep's clothing. My fiance, before I got married, her dad would have been my future father-in-law. He had a Wimbledon white '69 Boss 429 they bought brand new, and I remember he sold it in like late or mid '80s or something like that. He got 25 grand or something for it. It was just out of sight. This guy bought it sight unseen. Can't even get it because he had the original takeoff wheels and tires immediately. Day 2 modification, took them off. And he took the battery out and knew it was a special battery because there's a Ford Tech. Kept it because they have a special overflow tubes on them. But it was pretty cool, neat car. Yeah, here's that. You saw that body buck earlier. This is the car. This is the body. It's a reproduction of a car that ran at Indy, and they ran it in the Great Race, which I think is pretty cool. Kind of brought back some history because I believe the original car is long gone. Race cars don't have like a old folks home kind of thing. They run them as long as they can, and they usually get chewed up unless it's something significant or it's a winner. And if you didn't win, or maybe even if you did win, it might just get scrapped and turned into another car or just chopped up. Here we go. My dad's favorite car here, and his first car, '37 Ford. Definitely look at other cars in the era. Lots of unique features there. You got headlights faired into the fenders. You got all the lines kind of sweeping back toward a point, moving forward. But here's one of mine. One of them, 41 Ford. I mean, I don't know about the Army staff car thing, but my dad almost bought one of those. I wanted it so bad, and he didn't get it for a project car. Another GT here next to pretty cool pickup. Kind of look at the back of the 41 Ford there. More or less same thing that carried through to 48, just a different front end on those cars. Yep, see a lot of Cobras around there, but this is a real one. This is an actual aluminum bodied car. That's kind of the bad thing about them. I love them. They're really neat, but you see so many of them in fiberglass or whatever reproductions that you don't appreciate the real ones. Here you go, the original 4i 79 Pace Car. I think Jackie Stewart drove this one. I remember his Ford commercials back when I was a kid talking about aerodynamics. And I thought this looks so awesome. I had an 80 Cobra. My parents had an 82 GT, so kind of know these pretty well. Had a slew of Fox bodies. It's a neat car. Definitely love to have it. I'm sure this has probably got super low miles on it, or it's been restored to where it feels like it is. Sharp paint scheme, even for the crazy into the disco era here. Still looks pretty good. Not so over the top you wouldn't drive it. This Cougar is pretty wicked. I don't know what's going on with it. He's got Roush badges on it, so I'm sure he's breathed on it a little bit here. You can see on the sail panel there on the B pillar, it's got Roush. I would say something heavy duty's been done to it. Not sure what, but good looking car. I'd say Ford made the Cougar a little more trick than Chevy made the Firebird, but hey, that's bias. Even though they're on the same platform, they made it different. Yeah, here you go. This thing's pretty special. 7-liter, all black, pretty wicked. I like the green, but this is a pretty select machine right here. Very sharp. The body lines lend itself to having a vinyl top. A lot of cars don't. They just breaks up the lines of the car, but this particular body style vinyl top looks pretty good. Looks like it belongs there. Kind of adds to the classiness of the Mustang's upscale sister, if you want to call a Cougar that. Pretty sharp. Go find one now. Not easy to get. And here you go. Lots of Mustang 2 haters, but come on, look at the stance of this thing. This is just wicked. I remember seeing pictures of this in Hot Rod. Definitely all business dominated somewhat in its time, I believe. Looks pretty sleek with the bumpers tucked in. Good buddy had a Mustang 2 Coupe, and we always wanted to do that. Never got around to doing it. We did some other cool stuff to it though. It was a 351 Windsor car, pretty hot. Nothing like this though. I mean, this thing is out of sight, man. Check it out, Mustang 2. This is kind of neat. They got the bridge there, which I believe that's what it is. To measure off the clay model there. They slide that back and forth from the track, and then transfer a measurement by sticking like a dowel rod through that vertical part. You see where those slats are, and marking it, taking it over the other side, and transferring the measurement. So they make a symmetrical model left to right. You can see the kind of unpainted clay that they got there, where they kind of reskinned it and then painted right over it. So don't know how much of this is clay and how much of this is steel. I mean, I probably says on the card there. Didn't really read it, but there's the real one. Old Crow P51 Mustang. Not exactly sure what this guy's record was, but definitely an American hero. And it's kind of a tribute to him because he flew a Mustang, real North American P51 Mustang, and they made that Ford Mustang as a tribute to him. Cool timeline of the man back there on the wall. Another pretty wicked 69 Mustang here. Some other New Edge Mustang sitting next to it. This one, I remember this one too. I think this was like a street racer monster, sudden death. Isn't that cool? Another Mustang 2 for everybody to hate and comment on. But you can see how far those bumpers stick out on the stock ones. They look pretty silly. But that was cars of the 70s. They had the park bench on the front. But yeah, if you just glance at this car, you'd be like, oh wow, somebody's being cute and put a Cobra Jet hood scoop on there. But maybe you think, wow, how did he get those big tires in there? But if you had that much time, it was probably already past you, because this thing is pretty far out there. Can't remember what's in this thing. 429, 460, something like that. I know. Aforementioned buddy of mine, we had the 460 sitting down in there and cut the pan up, tried to make it work, and it was just couple teenage kids not really knowing what they're doing. But if we tried it these days, we could get it done, and it's been done before. But little dumb to put an engine like that and hang off the front of that. I mean, they're unbalanced enough with a small block on there, but still pretty fun. Really sharp Falcon there. I can't remember, it's got some other kind of crazy killer name on it too, but Falcon's little cheap economy car. I don't think people give him much credit, but making pretty mean hot rod. Oh, Big Thunder. Yeah, okay. Wonder what's under that Thunderbolt hood scoop there. Who knows? Again, it's just sensory overload. Just so much stuff to look at. You got to spend more time than I did here to draw it all in. Couple Indians here. I think these CMC Indians is what they call them, California Motorcycle Company, something like that. I'm not going to knock them. I'd roll this thing with pride, but they're basically just Harleys with skirted fenders. They got a couple special parts on them. Check out my Kawasaki Drifter video. My Indian copy from Kawasaki. It pulls it off a little bit better than these things do. Unfortunately, non-American made, and most of the stuff on these bikes are. But they're Indians in name only, and that's okay, I guess. But I mean, those lights and stuff on there, that's right out of a parts catalog. It's called the Aurora lighting system that they used to make. But again, still really cool. Love to have one. Here you go. Here's some like PPG Pace Cars. I didn't know that he was involved in this stuff, but man, they took like Mustangs and other Fords, and it's like a T-Bird, or at least it was, and built like completely like a body kit, really. You know, custom front ends, skirts, spoilers, whatever. You know, just kind of transform the look of it. The Charlie Sheen movie, The Wraith, that's a PPG car. It's you know, Mopar was definitely involved in that, but I don't know if he had anything to do with it or not. But I mean, that's the kind of thing. I don't know what the whole story behind what PPG was doing, but they definitely threw some money down to kind of make a you know, upstyled, I guess, you know, whatever, you know, to pace some races. Yep, here you go. These are super cool. Indy Pace Car, '94 Indy Pace Car. Definitely always wanted one. Not a huge fan of red, but I thought those were pretty awesome. I don't know if he had something to do with that or not. I mean, he did some pace cars and some specialty cars here and there. He's got a kind of a bio on that timeline back there that we looked at. This one here got the Boss. I think that really it has some kind of heavy modified non-factory option engine in it, but kind of get a look around at the back room back here. See that big curtain up there? That over there is where they're doing some restoration work. You can hear some guys, you know, welding and grinding and doing some stuff. Yeah, he's been in a couple of plane crashes, and this one's pretty crazy. He hit some power lines or something, and pretty much about bought the farm, and just dumb luck. I mean, you know, God bless him. Had some guy. It was like a. It says on the plaque that I'm going to look at here in a second. Here, I think guy was like a marine rescue specialist or something. I mean, just couldn't believe the luck. Guy saw him crash and dove in and saved him. Pretty much tells the story right there. But yeah, he's got it up on the wall, kind of as a reminder, I guess. But yeah, here you go. Here's kind of an overview of the main building. Check that out. I mean, there's just so much. I mean, it's a pretty big place, but it is chock full of cars. And well, hey, there's another one in the can. How'd you like that one? Let me know. Do that homework. Like, subscribe, share, comment. We love all that stuff. I think it was pretty neat, and it wasn't a whole lot of money. It got a really good gift shop. Got this shirt. It was on clearance. And hey, black t-shirt, man. You can't beat it. So check it out, and definitely check out some other stuff on the channel. We have cars, bikes, forklifts, you name it. Something for everybody. So let's stay tuned, and we'll see you next time on Smith Motorworks. Thanks, everybody.